I really want to show you what I picked up from Josh's frogs. And they're really cool. I got these little tiny dart frogs that I didn't even plan on picking up when I got there. But when I walked in the door to kind of check out their facility because they were having an open house, this terrarium just, like a kid in a candy store. I just couldn't say no. It was on a shelf right inside the door and I had to have it. Well, I didn't have anything to put in it, so what better than some thumbnail dart frogs? I mean, these things are freaking awesome. The other thing the real reason I went there was to pick up some supplies and a trio of yellow-headed dwarf gecko. To me, they remind me a lot of my neon day geckos, just a different pattern, different kind of similar colors, but another species similar to that. Anyways, let me kind of roll some footage. This is the next day, but yesterday when I went there, I did get the dart frogs put into the new enclosure and everything. The dart frogs that I picked up, which they just have listed on the container as IQ, but they're the Equidos, or the Ranitomea amazonica. They're a cool little dart frog. I mean, they're tiny right now. And I don't think they're going to get a lot bigger, but they'll get a little bit bigger. So this enclosure that I ended up with it's awesome. I mean, it is cool. One of the first things I've got to do on this, which hasn't been done on it, and they didn't have any of the glass lids for it there. I think they were still at their other location. I've got to cut some plexiglass to go up underneath it to seal it off. That way moisture stays in. Alright, tricky part is doing this without touching them, so I'm going to try to get them on the leaf. You guys can't see what I'm trying to do. Try to get them on the leaf and get them in there, so I don't want to touch them. Such a beautiful little thing. Alright, let's get that second one in there and then try to get some more footage of them. Alright, so here we are. It's the next day, and I'm preparing to set up a small temporary enclosure for my yellow-headed dwarf geckos. This is what they've been in. This is what I got them in. Little cup. But what I'm going to do is I have these really nice tarantula enclosures. This is a 6x6 by 9 tall that I got from Marshal Arachnids. And I'm worried about the slots being just a little too big. This would be for like a juvenile sized tarantula. So I'm going to put some screen around these just to help keep the fruit flies in, because I will be feeding fruit flies and the very small day geckos. Once this trio is grown up just a little bit, they're going to be in a setup similar to my neon day geckos. For right now, I'm going to set them up in this. I've got some pieces of bamboo already cut, some cork bark, some fake plants and vines that I've got in a pile back here that I need to sort through. Just to kind of grow them up a little bit, get them to, instead of an inch or an inch and a quarter long, I want to get them to about 2 inches. That way I know they're not going to be overwhelmed in an enclosure that size or escape, because the babies do escape. It took me quite a bit to get this one all sealed up. So let's get on with it. Alright, so now that we've got that set up, let's get a look at these little guys and start getting these 3 in there. And hopefully they'll only be in there for a month or 2. They're going to get a combination of Pangea, growth and breeder, mixed with a little bit of a fruit flavor, plus dusted flightless fruit flies. So hopefully they'll bulk up pretty quick, and then they can get moved into their adult enclosure. Now this enclosure does have a sliding front door, so it's hopefully you guys are catching some of that. I was trying to get some on my phone, but it ain't happening. Alright, so we've got the little guys safely tucked away in their new enclosure for now. What we're going to do is we're going to put in a new thing of paste 3 times a week, and on those off days we're going to feed them some dusted fruit flies. Now I'll probably feed them some melanogaster for a short time because they are pretty small, and then hopefully here in a couple weeks we'll move them up to the high day, or high day, however you want to pronounce it, and mist the enclosure every night just to give them some water droplets on there. And from there they should grow fairly quickly. I've got some neon day geckos. The first one that hatched out, which was probably approaching 2 months old now, is now maybe about 2 inches long, give or take. Looking forward to seeing these little guys grow. And if you have any questions, let me know. If you want to learn more or want to see more of these little guys, then make sure you like and subscribe, because I will be doing some updates on these, and as well as some feeding videos. So with that, you all take care.